Hello, Academy of Arts and Sciences, learning coaches and scholars. This is Stephen Thompson, your elementary school coordinator, and welcome to Digital Learning Day. Yes, today is Digital Learning Day. And what is Digital Learning Day, you may be asking? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Digital Learning Day is a very exciting and fun day. On Digital Learning Day, what we do is we're going to use technology to strengthen a scholar's learning experience. And what we're going to do is a quick activity called digital stories and photo stories. And what we're going to do in photo stories is we're going to learn about a famous photographer, and then we're going to create our own photo stories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the steps in how I completed this assignment, and then I'm going to give you the directions and then send you off to do the assignment on your own. Okay, sound good? Here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a famous photographer. And what I did is I selected the photographer Gordon Parks. So Gordon Parks was a famous photographer in America. He was African American, and he was born in 1912 and he died in the year 2006. Gordon Parks was known for a lot of work with the civil rights movement, artists, performers, and also he did some photography for some movies. So that's going to be the first thing you're going to do, is you're going to select your photographer. And I want to emphasize that I really would like parents to be involved in this, because we just want to make sure you're safe online when you're looking for a photographer. Once you find your photographer, then you want to choose some images that the photographer took. So what I found is Gordon Parks took a lot of pictures of athletes, and one in particular was Muhammad Ali. And here's one of his pictures of Muhammad Ali that he took. I want you to just take a look at the picture and notice some things and make some observations that you may have seen in your picture that you choose if you're a photographer. So what I did next is I'm going to ask you to choose a particular photo by that photographer and talk about what it means to you. So what I did is looked at this picture here, and this picture is taken outside of Washington, D.C. in 1963, and this was right before Martin Luther King presented his I Have a Dream speech. So what you can see in the background, you see the Washington Monument, you see the people, you see the reflection pool, and then on the sides you see the greenery. And that's a great picture of the Washington Monument. And this is how it would have looked from stage when Martin Luther King was ready to present his I Have a Dream speech. So what you're doing is you're looking at your photo and you're making comments on what you notice in the photo. So like what I can see is the Washington Monument. I can see the reflection pool. I can see the monument reflecting inside of the pool. I can see the speakers. I can see the topic and the date. And I can go away from this picture and I can start doing some research. What are some of the things that I can research? I can research Martin Luther King. I can research the Washington Monument. I can research the Civil Rights March. I can research the I Have a Dream speech. I can research notice a lot of men in these pictures have hats on. You can research fashion in the 60s or in a particular decade. Now, just by looking at that one picture, I was able to generate 5 different topics that I could potentially do research on and learn about later on. So simply by looking at a photographer, and then looking at the photography, I'm able to then generate ideas of things that I can go out and learn about later on. So that's what you would do. You would write up a few sentences talking about what you learned from the piece of photography, along with the photographer as well. Now, then you're going to go out on your own. You're going to go out into the neighborhood or around your home, and you're going to take a photo. And what you're going to do is take a photo and then talk about what that photo means to you. So I like to take photos, and what I did over the summer is I went around where I live in Los Angeles, and I took a lot of pictures of street murals, and they're murals that are usually on the sides of buildings. And here's one of the photos that I took. This is on the side of a building. I go pick up my son in the afternoon, and he likes Subway. So next to the Subway on the side of the building was this picture. I thought it was beautiful, and I took a picture of it. So now when you take your picture, you want to then think about a story that you could tell in this picture. So think about language arts and using elements of story. So you obviously have a character. You have a girl. You can name the girl. As I said, this girl's name is Wendy. Then you could have a setting. I'm going to say Wendy is in California. Okay? Now I've got a character, I've got a setting. Think about looking at this picture. You see that Wendy has her hand over her head. And Wendy could be stressed out. She could be nervous. She could be worried. She could be in deep thought. She could be thinking. And then now I'm using these to piece together a story that I could tell about Wendy, who's living in California, who is nervous and stressed. Well, what is she nervous and stressed about? You can then fill in the blank. She's nervous and stressed about going to the doctor soon. Or she's nervous and stressed about an upcoming test. Or she's nervous and stressed about performing. So what I have here are the beginning of story element. And then I could write up a simple story talking about my character. So that's what you can go ahead and do. You can go out and take a picture and then create a story. And this is a really short, simple activity that you can do. So I just want to review really quickly what the activity is. So first of all, it's called Digital Learning Day and it's called Photo Stories. And what you're going to do is you're going to learn about a famous photographer and then create your own stories. The first step you want to do is you want to choose your photographer. And there's a few sites to choose from. And like I said before, note from your parents, please preview the photographer first. So famousPhotographers.com, that gives a list of photographers that are very famous in American history. That's a good start for you. Once you've found a photographer, write down a bio of your photographer and write down some key facts about them. The third thing is select a photo taken by the photographer and write down what it means to you. After you've done that, go out and take your own photo and then write a few sentences about the photo you took. Now, to take the assignment to a higher level, write a story about the photo that you took. Now, if you were unable to take a photo at all, select a photo from your favorite photographer and write a short story about it. Then finally, upload your photo to social media with your parents' permission. Then email me your photo or your teacher as well, or me. It's Stephen.Thompson@aascalifornia.org. We would love to see stories from our scholars, and we want to be able to share those out. Also, if you want to learn more about Digital Learning Day, there's the website there for Digital Learning Day. Go out, have fun, take a lot of pictures, learn about photographers, and really enjoy being involved in the creative process. Have a great Digital Learning Day, and this is Stephen Thompson from the Academy of Arts and Sciences saying it's great to have everybody here with you. Have a great Digital Learning Day. Have a great time on the assignments. Give me a call, give your teacher a call if there's anything that you need. Thank you again.